a place for different type of relationship dynamics. Okay, I know there's so many different types that exist, but I'm specifically referring to monogamous relationships or polygynous relationships. Okay, I don't want to go into detail about what they mean. You can just do your own research. But just my personal experience from being in a monogamous relationship, I totally believe in the relationships that I am involved in or have been involved in. They are long-term relationships, okay? And what I've realized is that, and just from my perspective, from a higher viewpoint is what I would like to consider it, is the exclusive aspect is great, but not when you put a cap on it. I do believe, and my brother and recently my friend used this term, is that we are interdependent. And I do understand that we cannot just depend on ourselves. We will need one another. So what I've realized from being in monogamous relationships, is just that the dynamic and the meaning of it, the origin of it, and then how it is prophesized during our modern day, I truly believe that it can put a cap on someone's soul growth simply for the fact that you can only have one experience at one time versus multiple experiences that can help each individual person grow into their authentic selves, you know, learning and evolving and experiencing only just by having to feel that it's necessary to stick to just one individual person. Now, I know a lot of times when it comes to monogamy and polygyny, that term, especially with polygyny, has been saturated with lies and deceit. Okay, but that actually occurs in monogamous relationships too. That's the worldly aspect, what I would like to say about it. Okay, so if we can just remove the worldly aspects of cheating, being deceitful, codependency, needing emotional fulfillment, feeling voids out of it, and you just sit and think that you have a healthy, divine, spiritual, elevated connection in your relationships, whether it is monogamous or whether it is polygynous, then you will be able to understand that we are interdependent upon one another, and your relationships can blossom when your person, whether a man or woman, ends up crossing paths with maybe another soulmate, or someone that can feed them, whether it is spiritually or in a sense, in an aspect where they can grow and they can learn. So, you know, it's kind of funny because me being in a monogamous relationship, I just realized that every time I tried to do things the traditional way and to execute the beliefs that were passed down onto me, that when you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship, you are committed solely to that person. And then along the lines I learned, but it is possible for someone to love more than one person and to have an experience on a soul level with more than one person as well. Okay, and I also started to see, and this is just my experience, that I do sort of believe that women, that we are monogamous and men are